a company that creates values from the space. Interior Film Installation by KCC Glass. First, prepare the tools required for the interior film installation. It is essential to complete accurate and correct measurements of the working area before installing the films. Before getting started, protect the wall or floor with protective vinyl. After filling up nail marks, offsets, or connected parts with gaps to flatten them with the plaster putty, wait for a while to dry them completely. Once the plaster putty is fully dried, sand the surface thoroughly with sandpaper and finish up with a dust brush. Mix the water primer with water at a 1:1 ratio. Apply primer on small areas or corners with a small brush, and thoroughly apply primer on wide areas with a big brush or roller. After applying the primer, give sufficient time for it to completely dry for better adhesion of films. It would be better if you cut the film 5 centimeters longer than the actual measurement. Use a rubber plate, carpet, or cutting roller for easier cutting. It is better to disassemble doors, kitchen furniture, and closets before installing film on them. When adhering to the film, peel the release paper about 10 centimeters from the end and fold it, and adhere the film at the reference point while repositioning the center and balance so that no end gets drooping. Then, peel off the release paper by 30 centimeters while adhering to the film. Adhere to the film in a fan-shaped sweeping motion from left to right using the film scraper. Wrap around the leftover sheet along the edge and cut it off neatly along the overlapped sheet line. While finishing the installation on door frames, cut off the film while leaving a small extra space for the connections and finish up neatly along the line. The cross-sections of HomeCC interior films are specially processed to prevent air pockets. If you still find air pockets, push them in one direction several times using the scraper. Making small cutting lines with a box cutter works better in such cases. When working on the edges, adhere the film on one side first and the remaining film along the edges. Then, adhere sections of the film on the remaining side and cut off the remaining parts to finish up neatly. Use the same method to install on caved edges. When the film gets bent due to low temperature, adhere the film while heating up the corners with a dryer. Be careful not to heat the film too long, as excessive heating may deform the sheet. Since some portions of film are overlapped during the overlaying adhesion, you do not have to worry about gaps in the connections. During the overlaying adhesion at the edge of the window frame, adhere the film on one side of the frame first and cut off the remaining portion diagonally. Then, adhere the film along the surface of the connected frame and cut off the remaining portion diagonally to finish up neatly. For the overlaying, cutoff, and adhesion, adhere to the film while overlaying about 5 centimeters of release paper left on the affixed film. If overlaying portions are too wide, cut off the unnecessary portions vertically. Then, remove the overlapped release papers, press the film with hands first, and neatly press the connections with the scraper to finish up. When adhering the film on the interior walls or designed grooves, adhere the film to the cross sections while leaving some spaces on the grooved side first. Then, push the extra portion of the film into the groove to adhere to the part using the scraper. Repeat the same process on the other side and finish up neatly by engaging in the overlaying attachment at the inner part of the grooves. Let's summarize the installation process once again. First, prepare the tools required for installation in advance. Measure with accuracy and create a smooth and flat surface using putty and sandpaper if the surface is uneven. Apply the primer on top of flat surfaces. Once preliminary works are done, begin the film adhesion process and main process. Reposition the center, balance, and adhere to the film by gradually removing the release paper. Finish up neatly by pressing the film to the left and right, sweeping with the scraper. You can work with the interior film on diverse spaces by adhering to edges and overlaying adhesions.